Detroit in '95 against Calgary in double overtime with Ray Whitney getting the winner. And here in St. Louis, it's a 3-1 San Jose triumph. The number 8 ranked team defeating the number 1 team.
A lot of handshakes with the coaches. Bob Barry used to work here in St. Louis for the Blues for a lot of years, so there was some hugging going on there. The Sharks celebrate. Right now, the goaltender, Roman Turek, is still over at the bench, and he's hunched over. Look at him. As he is really disappointed, especially with that Owen Nolan goal from outside the blue line. They now shake hands. Well, it was a very tough series. The number 8 seed. The Sharks found a way to get into the playoffs and then made it happen. And boy, did Owen Nolan prove why he's a captain. So did Chris Pronger. We expected that. And Owen Nolan had a great Game 7.
Well, do you think there's much doubt about who the number 1 star of this hockey game is?
Not in our minds anyway. Who knows what happens, but we thought that Owen Nolan just led by example all game long. You know, he's bruised up, battered, beat up, but he still found it. He blocked down McInnes' shots. He penalty killed. He scored on a long shot. He won battles along the boards. Just a great game.
Well, Steve Shields was named the number 2 star here at the Kiel Center, and Owen Nolan was definitely the number 1 star. We talked at the start of the telecast, John, about whether or not Steve Shields would be able to bounce back, and I thought he made a really interesting comment when he said, you have to play the position to understand the position. And I said to you, as a goaltender yourself, you know what he's talking about.
Again, you can't think about the past and you can't think about the future. You got to think about the present. And I think Steve Shields did a good job of that. He got the bad game out of his system and didn't let it affect him. He just went on the road, did his business, got himself ready to play, and then got the job done.
And it was the captain, Owen Nolan, who has given the Blues to St. Louis.
Owen?
Well, it's not the prettiest team in the world, but we try and work hard and try and frustrate teams and play good defense, and we really bear down and got it done.
I've seen you play a lot of hockey living in the West, and that might be your best game ever.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's certainly a great team effort. No one player ever wins a game or one line. It's a great group of guys we have in there, and we believe in each other, and we're just trying to prove it.
One of the things that impressed me the most tonight was that play in the first period. You didn't seem like a team that was playing in Game 7. You seemed very loose.
Well, I mean, the team finished first overall. They have everything to prove. We're not even supposed to be here. They're supposed to be this 4 straight. They've got all the pressure on them. We just came in here, relaxed, tried to play some good hockey, play it hard, and we got the bottom result.
You mean to tell me there was no pressure? You felt no pressure at all, Game 7?
No, none whatsoever. I mean, it'd be surprising if you were sitting in that room how relaxed it was. We knew what we had to do to beat them, and we stuck to it, and we did it.
You got to feel good for Steve Shields coming back the way he did.
Well, I mean, he let in a few goals last game, and we knew we'd bounce back. He's a great goaltender, and we built our game around him. We keep the shots from the outside, let him make the saves, and we worked out from there.
Give me some thoughts on going up against Dallas.
Well, we had a good season against them, but that doesn't mean nothing either. It's a new series here. We're just going to try and play the same style. We're going to frustrate them, work them hard.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Owen Nolan and the Sharks, the Giant Killers, in the first round, ousting the St. Louis Blues. Ron?
Right. They were an 8th seed to beat Detroit, the top seed back in 1994. Really a tremendous effort for the Sharks. There's no question about that. And it sets up a fascinating, in fact, it's a little history for you tonight. One team with more points was ousted, and that's Boston. Had 121 points when Ken Dryden turned the trick back in '71. But you saw something unique tonight. And now, with respect to the Stanley Cup matchups, San Jose's got that record against Dallas. There's no question Detroit's chomping at the bit to get another shot at Colorado after having a 2-0 lead last year and losing it. So Detroit, Colorado, and fortunately for us, Toronto and New Jersey will be up against that series most of the time. It's going to be a bit of a potpourri for our coverage in round 2. Our feature matchups will be New Jersey, Toronto, starting Thursday night at Air Canada Centre, and then on Friday night we'll feature the action in Dallas between the Sharks and the Stars. So there it is. Curtis Joseph. Toronto was 3-0-1 against the Devils, dominated them. 15-8 was the edge in goals, but as Owen Nolan has said, you don't have to consider that too much now that it's the Stanley Cup playoffs. So 7 o'clock Thursday evening, and then Friday night we're on the air from Texas when we'll present the San Jose Sharks and Dallas, Game 1 of their conference semifinal. A remarkable performance for the Sharks. They win it by a score of 3-1. For all of us, thanks for watching tonight, and so long from Toronto.